So Danielle, how long were you thinking about getting new windows, and what made you get new windows?
Probably was thinking about it from probably the start of last year, but never really got round to it last year. And then this year, noticed a bit more damp in my son's bedroom, and the condensation inside the windows was just woeful. We've lived here 14 years now, so, and I don't know how long those windows were in before we even bought the house. So, that was time to get new windows for us, so it was. So.
And then obviously the contact companies. And did you contact any other company, or was it just yourselves?
No, somebody had mentioned yous to me a couple of years ago when I worked in Porterhouse down on the Woodstock Road, and I just, whenever I knew I was going for windows, I had followed you on Facebook, and I just was keeping up with everything, and I knew I wanted to try yous. I was going to give a couple of places a thought, and then after you came out, I just thought, no, I like this guy. He seems genuine.
And obviously me coming out wasn't like a sale pitch. It was just honest.
Yeah, it was just honest. Like, yeah, no bother. What do you want? Right, I think you should do this. This is the best sort of options and you give me options, and sort of not just this is what you need. This is what you should buy. You know. This is what I think.
Yeah,
it was definitely more, you can go this way, you could do this, you could do that, and then it just gives you a lot more choice, and you don't feel that you're being pushed into buying something. Yeah.
And then obviously, once I come away from the house, obviously I priced everything for you. Like, how would you feel with the process? Everything went?
Yeah, I felt like it went really quickly, because you were back in contact literally the next day with the price, and then when we decided that we were definitely going to go, everything was sort of wrapped up within about a week and a half, and then it was probably about 4 weeks or so after that when the windows went in. Yeah, so we were happy with all that. It was pretty quick and pretty simple, to be honest. So it was great.
And then obviously to the time, then obviously we take deposits.
Yeah.
Were you a bit wary on the 50%, the 40%, the 10%?
Not really, because obviously you have to order stuff in, so it costs a whack at the start to get that stuff. But no, I was happy enough to go with.
Because a lot of people think that we don't need to take deposits and stuff,
and
they obviously don't have trust in companies.
Yeah.
So obviously was there not any doubt to give that money over, to think?
I didn't, but my mother-in-law actually did. She was like, what have you given the money for already? And I was like, because they have to get the stuff in. You can't just expect them to go and buy $7,000 worth of stuff. Yeah, I kind of had it in my head what colour I wanted. There's a house down the street, and it had like the grey, and I kept driving past it and going, oh, the grey's lovely. And then you had mentioned the black, and I was like, oh, no, black sounds good. So, but I did know I wanted a sage green front door if it could be done, and actually you'd said just the new colour out, so that straight away I was like, green front door, black windows. I knew what I wanted.
When someone wants something, it makes my life easier, because you get customers who go, they don't know what they want, and then you're trying to advise them, and then they're throwing it back. So I mean, so obviously, what would your advice be to my next customer? God,
I don't know, because I knew, because I was thinking about it for quite a long time. Do a wee bit of research, have a look at the houses on the way past, and sort of see, oh, that's a nice colour.
Make sure you ask for permission before you start taking photos.
Yeah, although I have had multiple people from across the street say, we love your front door, it's amazing, the colour's class, the black windows look amazing, do you know.
Glazing done it here, do you want it?
So, I am, they've been on the phone going, who done it? And then I was like, if you want to get in quick before April comes in, because mine was done at the end of March, so yeah.
So you're using a bit of a sale pitch there?
I was, them and down the street just moved in. She texted me, she was like, who done your windows? I was like, TLA Glazing, get on the phone to them. Day of fitting was great for me, to be honest. Literally, the guy said they'd be here at 8 o'clock. I think they got here at like 10 past 8, because I had phoned Nathan. I was like, just tell them I'm taking Naomi to school. I'll be back. But literally, as I was walking out the door, they were pulling up.
There's Tommy and Ricky on this, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were fab, so they were.
Sheet's all down?
The place was left cleaner than what it was whenever we came in. So there was, and even when they took the bathroom window out, a bit of the big block outside fell in, and it hit the bath, and it chipped it a wee bit, and they were like, don't worry about it, like, we'll get that fixed. There was somebody out, like, thinging it in, totally everything. Yeah, they fixed it and all. They put stuff in it, they fixed it. He was like, if I can't fix it, I'll get somebody out to fix it for you. You know, it was a tiny, tiny, tiny wee chip, and it was nothing major, you know, and I was like, oh, just leave it, it'll be fine. But whenever they left, it was all filled in, all sanded away, ready to go, and
Wow.
as if nothing was even there. So they were great, like
So
they
you'd
really
rather
were.
rather than it just left and you come home and you know you got a chip in your bath.
Yeah, there's a tiny wee chip in the bath. I was like, nah, it'll be fine, leave it. But honestly, he was like, no, I'll fix it. If I can't fix it, I'll get somebody in to fix it for you.
For a 59-year-old guy like
Yeah. By the time he was away on Friday, the hole was filled in and the bath was perfectly fine. So I was happy enough. So I was, but everything else just went great. There were
obviously the windows being in now. Like, can you notice a difference of the heat or?
Well, yeah.
Obviously, I know it's been very warm, but it's actually designed to keep the house cool.
Yeah.
In the summer.
Yeah.
And warm in the winter.
Okay.
So obviously, do you notice any improvement on damp, or would you notice anything?
I haven't really noticed anything just yet because it has come into the warmer weather. I would say October to November time will be when I start to notice what the condensation and stuff's like, because that's when it gets worse in the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, the windows themselves they've just been great. It's just so much easier. We had ones that we couldn't even open and all because the keys were lost and they were locked and they were stuck. So every window can be opened. The house can get a good air out and all. It's great. I love it.
If people have old windows, would you highly recommend them to change it then?
Yeah, because we did about maybe 7 or 8 years ago change the glass in our bedroom and the living room window because it
does no good.
Didn't really work. Like it lasted maybe for about a year and a half, and then they started
you've warranty on the locks, the mechanisms, your door, so everything's under warranty now.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you change that glass, they're not going to give you.
Yeah, and it didn't even really last that long. Like it might have cleared it up for about a year or so, and then they just eventually started to condensate in the middle again.
Really? Just
yeah,
the same thing?
and actually I didn't notice. I don't even know if it happened when they done it or it was after. But there was a crack in the corner of our bedroom window, so straight away they were just wrecked.
See what happened as well. If the frame's leaking or whatever, the water will eventually get into the glass, and then it'll obviously then eat away at the glass as well.
Yeah.
So it's a no-brainer getting new windows.
Yeah.
Because you're worry free. You know you've spent good money. Like windows obviously will add value to your property.
Definitely, yeah.
So if you're coming to sell this property and you've got wooden windows in, you'll get less. But now you have double glazed. It's K glass. You know it's all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
So you have a brand new Palladium composite door, triple glazed for you. Like them doors are absolute bulletproof.
Yeah, they're great.
Amazing, heavy, stable door, and it'll add value to the property, and none of that, it'll be easy to sell then as well.
Yeah. No, we actually had somebody out valuing the house there not that long ago because my mum and dad are selling the house to us. So, and he was like, maybe you should have got us out before you put the windows in. Yeah. I was like, well, sure, no, we wanted it to look good. Yeah, it did. It added a bit. Yeah, it 100%. Did. So, it's been great so far. We've loved them. They're just.
Yeah,
that's what people don't realise. When you put money into a house, the best thing you can do is invest into a property.
Yeah.
Like putting money into your property you'll gain you know, a lot
more
of value back on your house.
Yeah.
Where people just think.
And I'm not even going to lie. See, every time I drive past the house, I'm like, oh, look at my windows, my door.
Yeah, exactly, definitely. And the door makes the house like.
Yeah,
like,
the door's class.
Stands out this street. That door's the best, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do love my door. I even walk up the stairs and all and I go, oh, look at my new front door. I love it.
So just to get you the...
whenever I had questions, I literally just texted Nath and phoned him, whatever. He was just there to help me answer whatever I needed. And it was great. I just had a great experience the whole way through, to be honest. So I did. Definitely just do it and get it done, because the more you leave it, the worse it gets. We left it for a good couple of years and the condensation and the damp just got worse and worse and worse. So definitely I know it seems like a lot of money at the time, but it definitely helps, and definitely like they're going to be in now for 20-25 years. You know, it does over time. The money, you'll see where the money is, you know.
Especially this winter. You know, as long as your loft is insulated.
I don't have a loft, sure, we're flat roof.
Okay. That's mad. Flat roof house.
This is why it's hard to have like storage, because there's no roof space, nothing.
I didn't even realise they didn't have roof. I didn't even look.
Yeah, we're flat.
I've been here. It's crazy.
Flat roofed.
Well, that's good then. So you don't have. I was going to say make sure it's insulated, because obviously heat rises. But in the winter, what I would say is that condensation on one of the rooms will always occur.
Okay.
So just basically open the way you've opened it, on a night and let the air flow.
Okay.
And you'll definitely notice in the heating bills, because my next door neighbour, well, he's like he has all windows, and he says that, like, I think I put in, I don't know, no more than 40 quid a month for my house, like.
Yeah.
And it's, you
No,
know.
well, I do definitely notice with the front door, because it was freezing out there, and well, when you came out, you could see there was like cracks the whole way down. You could literally see out into the street at one point. So like, it is definitely, you can tell the difference out in the hall stairs and landing, like, is definitely a lot warmer. So it is. I just love them. I do. I'm buzzing with them. Everybody comes in, I'm like, look at my new windows.
It's good to have that gratitude. It's good to appreciate your house, because it's where you stay.
Well, that's it,
because
because I was starting to get a bit.
Yeah, when you're in work and you're like, I'm going to come home to my amazing house, like, do you know what I mean? And it's nice to have that feeling. Do you know what I mean? When you're when you're putting money into the house and you take a step back, it's no better feeling, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than go and spend it on stupid things that's gonna not give you value on
I know,
money.
I know. Because I was sort of out, I hate this house, it's doing my head in. And it was that winter that I just said to my mum, like, I need to get these windows sorted. We need to do something. I can't wait until we buy this house off you. We need to do it now, you know.
I don't think your windows were even fixed in. I remember Tommy saying they were just basically held by silicone.
I think he said the iron or something as well.
Like, they just literally pulled out and whole.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how they can just. No, it wasn't.
By the time I took Naomi to school and came back, I think that like 3 windows popped out already. Yeah. Like, it was
just flying.
I was like, oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
But yeah, 2 days. The boys were so great, like, and they left the house clean. Everything was so clean after they left. It was great. So they were great. Definitely.
Brilliant. See, the worry thing for me is when I was coming off the tours to make sure that the service was going to be brought on, and I definitely can see that with my lads, like, you know, night and day, they're doing a better job than what I was providing, like, by far.
Yeah.
You know, you've Ricky, Tommy, George, and there's another kind of fitting team as well. And I think now going through the processes to get the best fitting team, that's what I'm looking for, to then be able to give the follow-ups on my customers after the jobs, and to keep the 5 stars, and to keep the quality service that nobody else is providing.
Well, the boys that done ours were fabulous. We have nothing bad to say about them. They were great. So they were really, really, really great.
Shout out to Tommy. After your experience with TLA Glazing, would you recommend us?
Definitely. I actually have recommended you to quite a few people, and somebody has even took up the offer, which has got me 250 quid in my pocket, so I'm happy with that.
I got it right here in my pocket. So there's £250.
Thank you very much. Woohoo!
So I've just given Danielle £250 because she recommended us to Stephen, her friend, and we got the job, which was 6 windows and 2 doors. So every time a customer recommends TLA Glazing and we get the job, you get £250 tax-free cash. 10 jobs, that's you going to Tenerife. There we go.